All right.
Feel the pride. Zara, lighting up the world with endless one. Zara, changing life. In the heart of the night, we ignite the light. Zara's calling, feel the might. Together we rise, in challenges we thrive, turning dreams into reality. We're choice in action, rejoice. Where the wave of change, the future's bright. With Sarah's flame, we light up the night. Right a moment, right a time, changing lives. Sarah, we unite through the highs and the lows. Sarah, right a moment, right a time, changing lives.
All right, we feel the pride of what is coming on the call. So much is coming. That's why we feel the pride of something beautiful on the sky. And it's quite going to be something amazing. So once again, we are all welcome to this call tonight. And it really promised to be an amazing moment for us as a community as we behold the unfolding of all that this company has in its kitty. So once again, on behalf of this community, I'd like to welcome every one of us to this call. Welcome to a special night called business meeting with Mr. Eneh, the trainer, and African leaders. Today is 28th of January 2024. We want to briefly talk about things that are very important to our lives, to our family, and what generation holds for us. Talking about money, talking about family, talking about inheritance. How important are these three items? Money, family, and inheritance. If you talk about money and how to make money without being apologetic, because there's wisdom in everything. For those of us that read the Bible, the translation of the Bible tells us, invest your money in foreign trade, and one of these days you will make profits. He said, put your investment in several places, many places, in fact. I'm trying to, because when you are a teacher, you have to bring information from every source that can make your students to make progress. So looking at the concepts of the principle of eternity and God himself suggests to us and tells us that we must do the things, some basic things. And so having run through that, let's look at money in our country. I'm trying to share my screen with you. All right, let's look at that. We are going to run what we call a kind of a history of few years about money. So that as we discuss the issue of money, you need to exercise your brain to imagine some aspect of money. In 2000, $1 was exchanged about 85 naira at the official window. And to stem the decline in its value, naira was pegged to a $, for that period. I'm trying to use a naira. Those of you from every other country, you should also think about what is happening in your country. Even though the removal of this peg eventually led to the further devaluation, in 2010, it was exchanged for about a 150 naira officially, but not at the notorious black market. I'm sure you know how notorious is that market, and yet that is a market that controls our economy. The reason is this: over 60% of all the things imported to our country pass through the bookie market. And so that's the market that controls our purchasing power. And having this in mind, if you take a look at that, what's happened to the government, successive government that comes to stay, for the history of our country, as far as 2002, when we had President Obasanjo, the naira was devalued about 15.15%. And you can see the trend of moving from Obasanjo to Yar'Adua of blessed memory, and we have Jonathan, and we led over to Buhari of 38.44 devaluation, and it drags it down to 11.11, 6.94, 6.1, 5.75, and it over to who is a woman with 4.6% and 10.3%. This is not from Eneh. This is from the Central Bank of Nigeria. And if this becomes our instrument of evaluation, let's take a look at things that affect us as a person, as a family, as individuals, as owners of companies. A 10 million naira family saving in a case study from 2000 to 2010, this 10 million naira at the exchange rate of 150 naira per dollar, valued at $66,666. The reason why this becomes important for those of us from Nigeria is that we are import-dependent country, and everything we have, we purchase, need to be paid to a dollar. Though we are using the naira as a case study right now. And so looking at 10 million naira for a family saving in 2000 to 2010 at the exchange rate of 150 naira stood at the value of 66,666 naira. If we consider the bookie market to be the market that an average Nigeria access to, because the central bank market belongs to the class who collect those dollars from central bank and sells that to the bookie to sell to us. So a bookie market, though so notorious, is our market. And if the price, the last time I checked, the price was 1,375 naira per dollar. If you put that to consideration, I did not mention about the market because the bookie market is a fiat currency market. But if we are dealing with a market that help us to do subscription for Zoom meeting I'm using now, subscription for services, subscription and paying school fee for our children, and so many things we do internationally. As the last time I checked from the Binance market was 1,461. But we are not going to go that direction. We are going to get back to our bookie market, which is a fiat currency market, to still evaluate. Because when we don't think this way, we keep deceiving and living in delusion and running after our mirage that we have 10 million naira in the bank. And you meet somebody there, the person is boasting that he has 100,000 naira in the bank. That is chasing a mirage. That is living in a delusion. And the same 10 million naira of a family saving that worth 66,666 US dollars between 2000 to 2010, as the last time we checked from our booking market at the price of 1,375. The same 10 million naira today is 7,272 US dollars. If you take this to the markets, the digital market, you will have around 5,000 US dollars. So what we are saying this is that between 2000 and 2024, 24 years thereabout, an average family that owns 10 million naira has lost over 60,000 US dollars of that money. That is the reason why the issue of money, the knowledge about the value of money should be the concern of everyone that knows about it. And that is the reason that you have to get serious. There are people that are not serious about things when we discuss like this. They just feel that they can just flip that on their fingers. You need to get serious to design your next 5 years to 10 years of what it should be, what you are expecting, and what's your family. And I tell you, not as a prophet of doom, if the remaining 7,000 US dollars is still kept, by the time the naira, if you like, gets to 2,500 naira per a single US dollars, because the way we are going, the naira will soon get to a 2,500 US naira per dollar and retrace back to 2,380 thereabout. Therefore means that a 10 million naira kept in the bank in 24 years would lose virtually 90% of that money. That is the reason why you need to get serious. Can you tell this to somebody you know? Can you screenshot this to somebody you know? Because there are folks out there who do not reason this way. They reason with the paper money they have in their banks. And that money is going away. Their hard earned saving is going away. That is the reason that what we are going to share with you today, you have no choice than to get started. You have no choice than to get going. You have no choice than to get excited while you are waiting for your 5 to 10 years to change your life. There's a global changes today, and that has to do with the global economic changes in the banking industry. And we cannot stand at the front of this change because it's like a moving train. It will pull anybody down. So all you need to do is to join the train. We all know already that the exponential pace of the new technologies and the inference of multiple trains are influencing how banks operate and serve customers today. The impacts of the generative AI industry convergence, embodied inference, open data, digitalizations of money, and decarbonizations, digital identity, and fraud will grow. And as we enter 2024 right now, there is going to be exponential space of new technology. It's going to destroy many families. At the same time, it's going to build new economy for other families who are informed and who maximize and take advantage of the information made available. We are going to look at two things tonight. It's called an acronym, Neobank. And somebody asked me and said, what is that? It's not the name of the bank. We also talk about asset tokenization. What is that? It's not coined at the coin market cap. This is exclusive new ideas, and we need to be part of this. What is neobank? A neobank is a type of a direct bank that operates exclusively using online banking without traditional physical branch network that is even challenging the traditional banks. Though the services provided by this new bank is not as broad as the traditional bank, but they are causing the traditional bank to be on their foot. Already, as you may know, that these new banks are already in Nigeria and of various countries, the like of Kenya, Ghana, and other countries. I'm sure you know that you have an idea about Kuda. These are all look like microfinance, and the popular one we have is OPE. I might ask you, do you have OPE branch in your state? No. And some of all don't even know where is OPE head office in Nigeria. But we understand that if we go to any supermarket and all the cards do not work, OPE card will work, Kuda card will work, all these new banks card will work. The reason is this: these guys are not operating on the in-house server, but they're operating on the crowd server. So what we are talking about is already here with us. But tonight, I want to share with us of how this new technology, new innovation can make you rich, can be part of your family planning for the next 5 years of how you can maximize this. Let me also bring to the knowledge of everyone the difference between equity shares versus assets tokenization. Often a time when someone hears about tokenization, they seem to make mockery of their ignorance because they don't understand what we are talking about token. So what is it? And we can ask Google this question. We shouldn't be lazy about how to get knowledge of what is going on in the world. So what is tokenized shares? When a share is tokenized, what is it? Tokenized stock is basically the same thing as shares of equity in a public traded company. I do hope you understand that. Because some people are confused about when we mention token. It's like we are talking about Eneh coins and things that are out there that does not even have a base. We are talking about the same stock traded on New York Stock Exchange, traded on Nigerian Stock Exchange, traded on London Stock Exchange, Tokyo, and any other company that you may mention. And so tokenized stock is basically the same thing as a share of equity in a public traded company, like stock traded on the stock market. The difference is tokenized stock comes in form of digital token. So when we are talking about digital token, we are talking about a stock of a company. I bring this because I'm going to share with you a company that is giving out at the pre-sales of their digital token. So when I mention the digital token, you should understand that I'm talking about stock of a company, not a Eneh coin, not the palm coin, not the coin that runs on bull. Recently, you had a lot of people who don't understand their left. The bull run, bull run, bull run. We are not talking about Eneh coins. We are not talking about shit coin, if you like. We are talking about a company digital asset. So how can then you can how you can build your family wealth with digital asset tokenization? That means I'm talking about how you can build your family wealth with the new modern digital asset like shares of any company. Our focus tonight will be focusing on one of the emerging banks that is listed on our platform, which is called My New Bank. Now, make no mistake, here is a public announcement that there's going to be a corporate global Zoom meeting on the 31st of January 2024. The reason why I need to inform this is that I want you to take note of this website, Safir.com, because you might not have this name Safir again. This name that's so colored and decorated will be going forever. And we are going to have a new name, a new browser, a new website. So keep a note as we come to the meeting like this. We are going to send out the link for the global Zoom meeting. Now, as you follow me right now, take a look at this. This is part of what we are saying. And we have shared with everyone.
In the heart of the night, we ignite the light.
Hallelujah.
Sarah's calling, feel the mind.
Don't say
Together
anything.
we
Don't
rise, in
explain anything.
challenges we try, turning dreams into reality. We're alive. Choice in action, rejoice. Where the wave of change, the future's bright. With Sarah's flame, we light up the night. Sarah, where the movement, where the tide, changing lives. Sarah, we unite through the highs and the lows. Sarah, where the movement, where the tide, changing lives. Sarah, we feel the pride.
All right. All right. Sarah, room 464. 4610. Don't say anything. Sarah, room 4610. Don't say anything. Watch out. Sarah. Don't say anything. Sarah. Don't say anything. But take a look at this.
Sarah.
Wow. Oh, thank you. You have to give my hand back. Hello. Wait a minute. Hello. Yeah. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning, Diego.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Good morning.
All right.
Sarah, Sarah, lighting up the world, we stand as one. Sarah, Sarah, changing lives. In the heart of the night, we ignite the lights, our eyes calling. Hear the thunder, feel the might. Together we rise, and the challenges we thrive. Turning dreams into reality, we're alive. Sarah, we are the movement, we are the tide. Changing lives, in Sarah we unite. Through the highs and lows, we ride. Sarah with us, feel the pride. Every face, every voice, and Sarah finds a choice. In unity we find strength, in action rejoice. We are the wave of change, the future is bright. With Sarah's flames we light up the night. Sarah, we are the movement, we are the tide. Changing lives, in Sarah we unite. Through the highs and lows, we ride. Sarah with us, feel the pride. Sarah, we are the movement, we are the tide. Changing lives, in Sarah we unite. Through the highs and lows, we ride. Sarah with us, feel the pride.
So don't say anything about Sarah. Just keep moods. Sarah, 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 Sarah. So have an idea of what is going to happen and all that. We move to where I will be sharing with you. If the government has collected your purchasing power, you have to decide to get your purchasing power back by developing a plan for 3, 4, 5 years to 10 years from now. That is the challenge on the table. When the government collects your purchasing power, you do not sit to cry. You wakes up and gets a means of getting your purchasing power back. And so the meeting of tonight is how you and your family can rescue your purchasing power from the hand of the government that manages your economy. And that introduces us to my new group with an asset that is capable. Now, if you do not stay to the end of this meeting, you cannot get my information, because I took the information I want to share finally to the last of the slides. So if you don't stay to the end of the very meeting, you can't get my information. My new group is one of the great companies that has come on board our platform. Our platform is a marketing place. It's like this New York Stock Exchange, where we have a lot of companies listed for startups and also some to liquidate their assets. And so my new banks has a lot of portfolios, a lot of services on their table. And all these services create what we call intrinsic value of the assets that they have. Time will fail me to take you to what we call the roadmap of this company from 2021 to 2026 projectively. But I'm going to take a bit of sharing why this information is necessary. In 2023, a brand value of WeChat is an app provider in China, which serve as WhatsApp, which serve as bank accounts. In fact, if you go to China and you do not have WeChat, your life will be so difficult to stay and spend in China, because every seller and every buyer in China supposed to have WeChat. It was not called WeMoney. It was called WeChat. It started as chatting like WhatsApp, but the government of China have adopted it and legalized it, and it becomes the millions of services and a platform in China. So in 2023, the brand value of WeChat further decreased to 42 billion US dollars. That is what we call decrease, because a year earlier, it stood at 50.2 billion US dollars. That is a section of an act. And we all know that outside China, we are not using WeChat to make payment or what of you. That is for an Asia region. Now, when you have a company that provides a broad spectrum, a global products that can be able to cater for the global need, that suggests to you that this is a project. In the year 2021, the digital content platform Google Play Store generated a gross revenue approximately, not the value of the asset, but the profit generated about 48 billion US dollars through mobile app services provided, right? The reason why we are taking you to this is that you need to have an idea about this project called Apple. These two guys, Apple and Google, they have controlled the system. And I asked myself a question. 10 years ago, there was no app in the world, if you like, for the base of our knowledge. But how did Google and how did Apple decide to design our future? may I submit to all of us here that in this world, there are people that design how this world will look like in the years to come. If you can find one of them, if you want to be wealthy, locate and identify people who will shape the world by their products. And that is what we are here tonight. Will you understand here that Apple App Store ecosystem facilitates more than 50 billion US dollars in billing and sales worldwide in 2019. All this is to introduce us to a product, a project, which I believe that has what it takes to change your family strategy in the next 5 to 10 years. Wealth is not a coupon. Wealth is not a jackpot. You must build wealth consciously. You must build wealth tenaciously. You must build wealth with all sense of responsibility and ask God to bless you. So here comes an introduction of what we call today New Zeniq. The coming together of two companies, one by the right hand side with a tech background on the blockchain, one by the other side of a financial institution together forms the New Zeniq. The future of fintech and blockchain unveiled on December 2nd, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, the information we are sharing with you is not an outdated information. They are current information. And this is January. And you are privileged, we are privileged to face a platform that is as born. Not that these two companies are 1 month old, but they are coming together is just 1 month old. How I wish that you will understand the possibilities, the potential of what this coming together will mean in the years to come. Step into the front of a new era where technology meets finance, blending advanced blockchain solution with breaking through financial expertise. New Zeniq marks the beginning of the revolutionary journey in digital assets. You remember what we mean by digital asset management and decentralized finance, shaping the landscape of tomorrow's financial world. If you can identify a company that will shape tomorrow's financial world and you hold their loins, you can be wealthy. So join us in embracing the innovations that New Zeniq brings on the table. This is one of the products which would now make our mobile phone would not just be for talking and sending chat messages, but a center of asset generation. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. All right. Did you play this game? Who want to be a millionaire? Did you play this game? Tonight, we are going to play this game. Who want to be a millionaire? It's like everyone were not created to be millionaires, but who wants to be a millionaire? That is a game. It's not a chess, but it's a game we are going to play tonight. So you will decide 5 years from now, would you be a guy that 100,000 US dollars will not be a problem? It's a choice. So that's a game. These assets, which is our focus tonight, has what it takes to make you hit your target this year, in the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. These assets called NRT. We're not financial advisors, but these assets as community is able to make us to choose where we want to live, choose a hotel we want to sleep, choose the kind of school our children should attend, choose the kind of car we should drive, help us to provide for the poor and to help the poor children. NRT called new credits, which is already listed at the marketplace. And on this note, I'll take you to a few things I want you to take notes of. On the market cap, where we have this, the information, whether they are true or not, because there's so many things happening there. We want to look at some things that we can compare why these assets, as an asset of a company, as a share of a company being tokenized, is capable of making me rich and making you rich and restoring your purchasing power. Let's look at a few things here. This asset called new credit token has a total supply, maximum supply of 2 billion. Looking at the screen right now and looking at what I'm going to help you to understand the intrinsic value of this asset as a utility token of this company. Let's look at Binance. I'm sure you know the place that Binance occupy on the crypto space. But they are losing some grounds because Binance has pulled out of the whole Europe market. And Binance is also being threatened in the US market. And yet, Binance have this trading. And if you look at this, you will see what we called the market cap of these projects. Now, for Binance hold a market cap of 45 billion US dollars. Solana, when I mention this, I may not have time to tell you what they offer, the services that make people to trust them. But when I will take you to my new bank, you will use your brain to think, if these guys offer these services, what will be the size of their market and their market cap? Solana is sitting on 41 billion market cap. Ripple is sitting on 28 billion market cap. Let's look at Cardano. It's sitting on 17 billion US dollars market cap. Avalanche is sitting on 12 billion US dollars. Dogecoin as Eneh coin is sitting on 11 billion US dollars. Tron is sitting on 9 billion US dollars. Polkadot is sitting on 8 billion US dollars. Chainlink is sitting on 8 billion US dollars. Polygon Matic is sitting on 7 billion US dollars, and Toncoin on 7 billion. Now, you can go and check it by yourself. Now, we are saying if this company has a total market supply of 2 billion, it suggests to us that all these assets do not come to the market because so many things are put together. Around 80% thereabouts of that is to the market. The next screen you are seeing right now is where we are going to do the magic. So sit well, sit tight to observe how this company and how these assets will make you rich. I would like to go straight to do this, and then later we now, at the close of it, we go to the browser to look at the strength of this company, what they offer on the table, and how possible is it to drive this dream. So the charts we are seeing on the screen here is what we want to manipulate now. And so I welcome you to sit back, to sit tight, and observe what we are about to do right now. So I'm going to take you now to a new page. Please, this time, let nothing distract you because you are going to learn something right now. All I'm interested in is that I want you to make money. I want you to recover your buying power. So I'm going to put up a live screen for us to be able to share this together. So I'm putting back a live screen right now. I do hope you can see my screen. All right. Please, I need a confirmation that everyone can see my screen. Ambassador Light, please confirm that. Thank you.
Yeah, the screen is clear, so
all right. So let's take a look at the screen. This is not financial advice. It's a projected calculation of facts and figure if all variables are correct. These assets was projected to come to the market at 0.5 euro as a listing price. So tonight we are looking at NLT tokenized asset projection. Listen to this. Projected calculation for NLT targeted result. Notes only for education. So let's go. These assets, like any stock products, was built to get to the market at 0.5 cent, that 15 cent or 15 euro rather. And our calculation is based on the possibility of 1 euro. And so based on what I've shared with you for the coin market cap of companies that do not even offer half of the services of this company are sitting on 12 billion, 8 billion within the space of time imaginable. This company can comfortably stay on 2 billion US dollars before a twinkling of an eye. So let's look at the manipulation of this, what I have here. Now, let me introduce the column. The column B represents the type of hubs that we have at the markets. On Safir, if we are going to have that name again. But it will be difficult for the name to run away from our mouth because that name has blessed us. So the hubs starts with 1/32, 1/16, 1/8, 1/4, and half of the hub. Please, if poverty I'm there with you, don't get hurry of this meeting because I'm not going to check time. I'm going to handle till I finish. If your naira is going down, don't check time for me, please. Thank you. Now, and we also have, there are people who before this time, they have invested their money to purchase what we call what was known as Zeniq hub, which was the foundation of the project. The advantage of that is that for every new project that comes on board, they have the advantage of discount price. So they are the one that can purchase column 2, that is bracket with yellow color within 1, 2, 3, and their price is €1,398. But for those of you who are coming now does not exclude you, because if you want to go and buy Zeniq hub, you can go and buy it now. But the minting factor of that is almost at the near zero, because right now, one Zeniq hub cannot even give you 1 coin in a week. But you are going to have advantage of discount products of several years. And so if you don't choose to do that, you are going to buy this asset, 1 full hub, at the price of €1,820. And 2 hubs, 3, 4 hubs, 8 hubs, as a case may be. But let's use the first group of fractional hub to explain this. We now look at column C, where you have 140, 189, 380 is the value of the hub. I can't start explaining hub now. So 140. Now, the minting factor, the supply, the minting power of this hub is 2.4. What that represents is the strain of what is going to mint out for you. So that's has to do with column D. We now look at column E. Column E represents, in the game that will make you, this game we want to explain now, the 200% value that is proportional to the hub that you bought. Let me break the grammar down. In this project, there are 2 parts of investment. One is the hub, and the second one is the staking. It offers a room for you to buy the hub and also go to the market where the coin, the asset is being traded, to go and buy the assets and to come and do fixed deposit. That is a grammar. Fixed deposit. That's the meaning of staking. Fixed deposit. And so you can only buy 200% of the same value of the hub that you purchase. What that means is this: if you buy the package of 140 euro, you to buy assets. Now, that does not mean that the asset will be starting waiting for you. What that means is this: if you pick up your calculator very fast, you are going to find out that if you buy the package of 140, the allowable amount of money you can spend to buy the assets at the market for fixed deposit of or staking is 2,280 euro. If you will just specially understand this very single line, everything here will be clear. If you go to the market and you were able to buy these assets at the initial listing price of 0.15, that's supposed to give you of 1,860 new credit token. That represents column G. I explain this again. What that means is that 280 euro is what you can use to buy the token. That does not mean you cannot buy as much as you want to buy for the market, but you can only stake the value of the worth of 280 euro new credit token. But if you go to the market and the price of the token has increased as it is today, and the price is 0.48 or thereabout, what will you have? How many will you stake? You are going to stake 280. You are going to stake 280 divided by 0.442. It therefore means that you can only stake 633 instead of 1,867. So the game is that the time you go to the market to buy is very important. So having said that, I'm now going to bring you to the real picture of the game. When I mention the game, you should understand that life itself is a game. So, if anyone was able to buy these tokens at the very first day that was listed about a week now, 140 euro, and you were able to go to the market to buy with this, the link, the staking had not even started, sir. I think it started right now, okay? You're supposed to receive this, but the market has changed. Now, let's go to the market first to go and see what is the market holding. I drop this slice, and then I go to the market to check the market to see. Now, let's get to Air Bank here. I do hope somebody is following what I'm trying to do here. Now, I'm sharing my screen with us now. I'm already in trouble. I will tell you what happened to me, because this is very dangerous for us to see. Now, you can see that already this token that was listed few days ago, please can somebody chat on the chat box when this token was listed? Just chat very fast. When was this token listed? So today, right now as we speak, the price of this token is 0.44. I'm in trouble right now because I made a very big mistake. I just made some silly mistake here because the price will go down more. So I sold what I had. I want to buy again, but now the price, I don't know when it will come down again. But let me take this price of what it is now and get back to the calculation right now. Let's get back to the calculation and then see how we can use the price of what it is now to do the calculation. Okay. Okay. So we have picked the price. We have picked the price, the current price today. Now let's go and change the price here. Now the current price right now is 0. Let's put that. Okay. The current price, we have now changed the price now. You can see that with the current price, look at column G. Column G. You will still be able to only buy the worth of 280 euro. But whatever you buy at the market is when you go to the market. So because of the current price now, you can only stake 629 instead of 1,800. What if you wait and the price of this asset enters 7? Somebody who invested 140, who will still spend the same number 280, can only stake 370. But let's run the game where it's very straight here. Now let's do this. So for today, currently, if anybody spends 140 euro and goes to the market and purchase this token worth 280, and you can buy more so you can try the allowable value, and then you come and do your staking, you will have a total of, that means your investment is likely to be 420. And then you will have a right to stake 629 NLT. This contract, column G, is for 720 days. That is 2 years. This is not about the hawk, but about the staking for you separately. But what we do now is that token you go to the market to buy, to join and stake is a profit of that we are calculating now. So with that, because each of the token brought from the market is minting for you at the minting power of 2.4. So if you divide 2.4 by 720, you are going to arrive at 0.00333. And if you multiply 0.333 by 629, you are going to get 2 NLT token every day for the period of 720 days. And with that, you are qualified to withdraw 1.26 of this token every day. That represents 60% of the tokens release. But this is different from what the hub itself means for you. Take note of that. It therefore means that if you do not withdraw this asset accumulatively, you should be able to have a total of the 60% in 2 years or 720 days is a total of 906 NLT token. Now, 40% of this token is locked for the period of these 720 days, which represents 604. So when you add all together, what's the combination of the tokens that mean for you for this period, that should give you a total of 2,140 NLT token. If all variables are correct and these tokens stay at $1, you will have an unmistakable 2,140 euro as your total takeaway. But remember that the hub that you bought is not being calculated here. We are only calculating. So we can say in that regard that your investment as of today of 420 euro will produce, if all variables are correct, if these tokens stay at $1, that's why I took you to the market to go and see what assets of non-comparable is sitting at the marketplace. That your investment of 480 thereabout will give you 2,100 euro. Now, let's do the next one. So with that knowledge, everyone can understand this thing. Now, let's say that you purchase half of it. Your investment is 980 plus 1,960 equals to 2,940. Now, if you follow what we have just shared with you, you should have a take home of 14,982. The way I'm calling it with all emphasis because this is vigor. The man who said that figures are not, statistics are not right, they will fall. But we are dealing here with statistics, right? So investment of 2,940 with this calculation will give you a total of 14,980 euro at the end of 720 days. But remember that the hub you bought is still minting for you. So we are not calculating the value of the hub, but the value of the staking that you brought in. Imagine then, when I say who want to be a millionaire, that you purchase, you are existing member of Safir, you hold one Zeniq hub, and you are willing to invest 4,100. Please listen to me very well. This money you are investing on rate, nobody is earning commission from you. So we are not talking because you want to earn commission. We are talking because we want you to break the head of poverty. Get that right. And so if you are willing to invest 4,194 euro right today, in 720 days, you should come back home with 21,374. If this project stay at $1 after these 2 years, now imagine, when I said who want to be a millionaire, imagine that you are able to buy, at least you have an investor who want to come in with 32 hubs, dropping on the table 121,800. This guy, I'm not talking about what the hub will be minting. That investment will have just dropped for him up. That's 16. That to give him around 100 what am I doing here? Let me look at it again. I'm talking about 16 hops. 16 hops of 61,000 investment. 320. That should be able to give this person this kind of, oh my God. This person should go home. This is not whether the weather will stay or not. As any, if this asset just stay at $1, the person is going home with unfailing 349,245 euro. I'm not talking about what this hop, these 16 hops will be minting for the person. Do you understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, time here has gone very far. And I wish I could have time to go to the website to go and show you the power of this company. I'm so excited that this is happening to us and this company. If you understand what I've just said, you can go home and just start thinking how to make money. Ambassador Light, thank you very much. That is much I could say today because I stay at 1 hour, 30 minutes, and that's all about today. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a time sitting down and giving you, dishing it out, and your hair should start growing now because and to guess, I'm giving you calculation of how it works. Who want to be a millionaire? Take it away from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The one and only Eneh the trainer, thank you for your time, the sacrifice, and dishing that knowledge all the time, every Sunday. God bless you. We really appreciate having you as a leader in our midst. All right, guys, we've taken so much time, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and I believe we've had so much. For the repeat of it, we'll put it on our YouTube. So from tomorrow, look for it on Ambassador Light YouTube. Please subscribe so that you always get our videos on that. And of course, you can see the changes happening so massively, so many things happening right now. And the change of name because of the merger. You know, Biget once says something that if you want to, the cheapest way is actually the cheapest way of making millions in any venture, in any industry, is actually to find out the movement of the people. When you find out that people are going in a particular direction, then that is where the money is going to be. So when you see a whole lot of companies coming to merge with our company, coming to merge with Zeniq, coming to merge with Safir, and of course, as a result of that, then rebranding becomes necessary. And that is the reason for the change of names that we are seeing right now. Of course, you know what that means. So please, on the 31st, there will be a global call. Everything will be really unveiled for us to understand. But of course, you should know from tonight, the site might not function tomorrow for those of might be logging into Safir because the new name for this company. Now, of course, they will need to upload everything from what I got. Nothing has changed so much in the compensation plan. Everything is still intact. Your volume is intact. All of those things will be in place, okay? But by 31st, we'll get the whole gist of everything. Of course, my new group is not left behind. Somebody said, well, we're trying to master how to pronounce new Zeniq. Now we cannot call it Lisa K, Leah K. All right, so that is our new name. So just don't get confused. Please carry your people along. And this also means our March leadership training will actually be a two-side of it. There will be to be a double or a combo, meaning that we are going to be launching our new name officially in Nigeria and Africa. So all the leaders mark that. So if care is not taken, the kind of people that have joined our community right now, they are the people in the networkers in the realm of GoPro, people like Eric and all of that. So imagine our community moving from 630 people to 2.2 million strong community. If care is not taken, people are going to be marketing you into zero. A lot of you are not even going to know. You are going to register with them thinking that it's a new company, only to find out that you were supposed to be building your tree that you started with Safir. So because of this, we're going to be launching Zera formally in March in Lagos. So leaders, mark that, don't miss it for anything, because we want to go with this momentum. We don't want to be left behind while the rest of the world is running and moving very, very fast. So I don't want to take much of your time tonight. I noticed that we have another top leader in our midst, Digital Queen. I don't know if she's still here. Just to say one or two things, we shut it down tonight because of the time taken. Digital Queen, are you still there? Can mute your microphone if you're still there. Or please look for Digital Queen and maybe made a co-host. She joined just now. She's have some information too. I can't even say that again, but it's fine. All right. So, guys, that is what it is. Please, 31st night, the global call, please don't miss out of it. Mobilize your leaders. We have over 30,000 people in Africa that are in our team. So if we're having anything less than 100, it simply means the leaders are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. All right, with no exception of few leaders who are actually posting at all times. So please keep at it, keep the flight on, and let's make this money together. All right, 31st, don't miss it for anything. Spread the news. For those of you who live in Lagos, we meet. Sorry, I think I need to stop this recording. So, okay.